Hi, I'm JEDI. I'm a graphic design student at Virginia Marty College of Art and Design, and I'm a Jedi. It was pretty amazing. That was my first initial reaction. You know, it was just a bunch of positive people forming some sort of, like, I don't know, elite group together based on positive energy and their interactions with each other, and you know, having faith within yourself and relying on yourself to do all these things. And well, that synced up directly with everything that I'm all about. So it was kind of just, you know, I guess exactly what I needed to hear at the time. I don't know, just I can speak, of course I have no choice, I can speak for people who already know of, you know, Jedi, what that is, because they are just this group of, I view them as like, I don't know, like a futuristic sort of almost medieval knight, and they just have, you know, this valor and just a high respect for everything. You know, even the darkness that they're trying to do battle with, they still have a high respect for it, and everything's such a harmony and just kind of coexistence, like a balance thing with them. And I think I saw exactly that within the program itself. We're trying to bring balance to it, you know. I mean, at times where you feel like downtrodden and weighed down with problems, and then to train yourself to even the odds, you know, straighten things out a little bit so you can see those problems as good things. So, you know, and then there's a definite shift between what you see as light and dark and, you know, good times, bad times. So we're trying to increase the good times.
Yeah.
I think my, I guess, personal definition of Jedi is pretty short and kind of vague maybe to some people, but it's, you know, I couldn't have said it any better when it was just Jedi is unlimited. That's what it means to me, because that's what I see within myself, you know, through the help of everything that I've learned through the program. It's just that, well, there's nothing I can't do. You know, but, and you were talking about like victory over defeat. Well, the two almost don't exist to a point. It's just, you know, I guess if you defeat yourself, everything's kind of internal. You know, you're defeated when you give up. You win when you don't give up, basically. So I mean, yeah, you don't ever reach like this. You know, you're not going to be like 30 and you're like, that's it. You know, I win. There's always going to be a time where you need to challenge yourself, because the greater you become, the better you become, which is what we're all about, constant change, constant progress. There's going to be a challenge that's brought out by that, because greatness needs to be challenged to continue on being greatness, and the more challenges you overcome, the greater you become, I think. And so it's like you know, a higher life condition as you progress. Think of it like video games, you know. You're leveling up your character, getting more experience. I like to take everything to a nerdy point. I think that helps people relate. And if you want to think about it from a professional standpoint, you know, you go into a job interview or something like that, you show them your portfolio, like, you know, look at all this stuff I've done, and they're like, wow, that's great. What else? You know, and they always want to hear a problem, solution, scenario. They don't want to hear that, oh, everything's been great. I mean, I've never had to deal with any sort of problems, because, well, as designers, I think that's what we are, problem solvers.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think as humans, we're problem solvers. I mean,
or should be, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we had to do, like, our entire history is solving problems, and if you look at that, that's where greatness comes from. I mean, improvements in technology. We had to solve a problem. You know, anything in politics, like revolutions and things like that. Always, there was a problem, someone needed to find a solution, something great happened along the way. And
yeah. Even America came from the fact that people needed to solve, around the world needed to solve a problem.
Yeah.
And it was creating a new place that was built upon not having some of the problems they had where they had lived in the past. You know, there's this free place.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of the same thing we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
You know, all right, so we want to show people and try and help them to see that they can do better than they thought. So, JEDI.
Yeah.
Alright.
Event.
Alright, so I was at the event, and you know, Weapons of Mass Creation.
Tell us what the event is.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
I was at Weapons of Mass Creation. I was very excited about it for a number of reasons. Of course, it's put on by, you know, Jeff and Adam from Go Media, which of course I'm all about that. And you know, it seemed like a good idea. I mean, I didn't really know what to expect from it. It was art, film, and music, and so I figured, well, I'm into all those things, so let's go ahead and check this out. And I don't know, I was really blown away by exactly what was there, just because it was a kind of an eye-opening experience, I guess. Like a redefinition of what I already thought was a community, like the design community itself. Maybe more or less graphic design community, but really it's just all these different people and just this vast number of people getting together, you know, just to celebrate what it is that we do. You know, the creative mind, a creative spirit, just all these different people getting together for that, and just hanging out and just seeing like that. The atmosphere there was just really unique and really inspiring. And so, you know, when I walked away from it, when it was over, it was kind of just like, well, why was it just this one time? You know, why are they the only ones doing that at a time that everyone's concerned about rejuvenation, like the economy and all this stuff? And it's like, there's your answer. Why, you know, we get all these people together in one place, you know, and everyone's within an industry, all these creative minds. I mean, this is what we do. I mean, it's I don't know, it was a great thing, but, you know, I was just really left wondering, like, well, why does anybody else do it? You know, why doesn't anybody else thought of this very simple seeming idea? And so, well, I wanted to do it.
So how would you have handled it in the past? You know, here's something you want to do, but seems above you maybe.
Oh yeah.
To get it done, not above you for being at, but above you to get it done alone.
Oh my gosh.
So how would you have thought of it in the past? How would you have looked at that? You would have said, "This would be. I would love to do something like this, but."
Yeah, I think gotta give you quite a few scenarios like that, but I mean this one in particular, because it's such a lofty goal. I could probably describe exactly how it would have went down. You know, it would have been like, "Wow, that's so cool," and probably been thinking, "There's no way I'll ever be able to do something like that." I mean, you know, who am I, you know, to do something like that? And I probably would have went home and tried to convince myself that, you know, I could actually do it, and I would have went and looked up, like, what does it take to make an event? And I would have been like, no, can't do that. Like, I can't do any of this. And I would have thought it was too difficult, and, you know, probably would have just gave up before really ever even trying. Not really giving myself a chance to succeed with it. But you know, this time it was just I have this unique gift to stop myself from thinking, and you know, I say it all the time. I tell people, just stop thinking. That's how you win. And so that's what I did. I didn't even think about it really. I just was so pumped about the idea, and I knew everything that it could be and everything that it could bring to other people and myself. And there was pretty much just nothing I was going to let get in my way of that. And that's really what's kept me going through the whole thing. It's just been like, I think of what it is, like why I'm doing it, and not the challenges and everything like that. Yeah, because they suck, right? They suck at a time. But you have to shut that little voice up and be like, but let's think about what's actually gonna happen if I do this. Let's think about why I'm doing this. And suddenly all that stuff just goes away, and you know, you're up for like 20 hours or something like that, you know, even if you got to, because, well, you got to do homework and stuff like this is a, you know, additional event, something that, you know, I'm not making money off of, I'm not getting a grade for, so it has to be put at the back end of, you know, other things. But, you know, I just can't stop. I can't allow that to happen, because it's just, I know what I can do, and I know I can do this. So there's no reason why I should let anybody tell me otherwise or let myself think otherwise.
So that's the Jedi mindset, and how it changes the fact that you thought, instead of thinking, I can't do this, you left it thinking, I can do this.
Yeah.
There's no reason why I can't do this.
And follow through with it, too.
Yeah.
Right now, you're kind of just starting off, but wouldn't it be better to, like, level up, you know? Wouldn't it be better to take it to the next level? And, you know, I don't know, it's always difficult to really condense something so dynamic, but really, I guess the sales pitch is just, you know, it's something you do for you, and it's almost like you're relearning how to think. Like, you have to reteach yourself. After all this time, you've been going from grade school and high school, and you've had all these people telling you, read from this book, you know, do this, do that, this is the norm, everything like that, and constantly setting up limits for you to always hit. Now, someone's telling you to forget about all that and just go with it. And so I guess that'd really be the sales pitch, is just like, you know, if you've always felt that
Sort of controlled.
Yeah, controlled, and that people have always been setting limits for you, and you just want more, you know, you've always thought you could be great, but you just never really knew exactly how you'd get there. If you need a formula, we have it. I've always needed one myself, so I think that's what this program really offers people, is just we've done the math. You know, we have the formula. You just take it and apply it. That's all. And I guess if anybody was, oh, well, I mean, I don't know if I have time and blah, blah, blah. I mean, all we're pitching is just try it. Not asking money. How much time you put into it, that's up to you. But if you're utilizing it right, you'll probably want to put a lot of time into it.